Alright, if anyone else has run across a copy of How to Play Alone, please let me know. I'd be a bit creeped out if had the only copy in existence. I ordered the book from our website. Barnes& Noble, maybe? I don't remember. I called them up after reading through some of the book and they told me they've never stocked that title. How to Play Alone is a small black book, about 5 inches tall and 3 inches wide. No cover art, just the title written in plain white ink. The pages all appear to be photocopies of handwritten notebook pages. None of the pages are numbered. The first page has the title and nothing else. No author name, no publisher, nothing. I've searched the book, but the information doesn't appear anywhere. I have no idea who wrote this dang book. The book is divided into short chapters, each containing instructions on how to play the game. The chapters are numbered, but they appear out of order in the book. And I use the word games loosely, because instructions are usually downright bizarre. And the game that they're being described don't sound like any game I'd ever play. In fact, some of these games sound more like rituals of some sort. The fact that you're apparently supposed to do them alone is the part that gets me. Alright, I'm just going to show you a couple of the games, and you'll see what I mean. Chapter 23. Hide. This game must be played in complete darkness. There cannot be any light, or they won't come. Make sure that the home you are in is completely dark. If there is more than one floor, all of the floors must be dark. Completely dark is when you have your eyes closed or open and it looks exactly the same. When it is completely dark, find a corner to stand in that faces the north and the east. Stand exactly 2 feet away from that corner. Hold your hands over your eyes and start counting. Start at 1, then continue counting up. If you reach 100 and nothing happens, stop counting and turn on every light in the house. You have failed. If you hear a whispering voice come from the corner, begin to count with you. Stop counting. Do not look at the corner. Leave the room without looking at the corner. The game has begun. When you enter a new room, search for a hiding spot. If the count stops before you find a hiding spot, you will fail. If you find a hiding spot, stay there. Do not speak. Do not move from the hiding spot. If you leave the hiding spot before the game is over, you will fail. When the count ends, it will announce, "Ready or not, here I come." And it will begin to search for you. Do not leave your hiding spot, or it will find you. If it finds you, you will fail. If the lights come on, it has given up the search. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 54. Wait. This game must be played on the day before a special occasion, such as a holiday or birthday. At the very beginning of the day, before anything else is done, light a fire. It can be a candle, a burning piece of paper, or anything. They don't care. Stare deep into the flame and whisper, "Tomorrow is a special day. Make it so." Then touch the flame with the index finger of your dominant hand. The game has begun. From now until midnight, the flame must not be allowed to go out. If the flame is extinguished, you will fail. In addition, you must not sleep for the entire duration of the game. If you sleep, you will fail. If the rules are followed, the flame will go out at midnight exactly. At this point, you may go to sleep and you will not fail. The next day, you will lose a treasured item and gain 2 items that you will treasure equally. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 2. Watch. This game can be played at any time with no requirements. Go into a room with multiple people. Pick one person and stare directly at their face until they make eye contact. The game has begun. For the next 30 minutes, you must not look away from this person. Do not lose sight of them. If you lose sight of them, you will fail. If you manage to watch them for exactly 31 minutes, they will approach you and ask you your name. Do not speak to them yet. If you speak to them now, you will fail. After exactly 30 seconds, the person will ask you if you know them. Reply with, "Yes, but not by my name." The person will then ask you what their name is. Respond with the first name that you think of. If you give them a different name, you will fail. If you give them your name, you will fail. After hearing the name, the person will believe that that is their name. If it is the name of a person you know, that person will assume the true name of the person you spoke to. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 41. Never. This game is to be played while in complete isolation and in temperatures below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Wearing a coat or other heavy clothing is advised. When a suitable place is found to play this game, you must sit cross-legged facing to the north. Wait in this position for 8 minutes without moving. If nothing happens, you must get up and move at least a mile away from the area. You have failed. If you hear a voice whisper your name, stand up and say, "I'm here." The voice will whisper again and ask you what your deepest desire is. Do not answer this question. If you answer this question, the desire you name will be fulfilled, but at a steep cost. After 1 minute, the voice will ask you what your deepest fear is. Answer this question with, "I never want this to happen." Then sit back down and close your eyes. You will feel warm, then cold. Wait until these feelings pass, and then get up and walk 2 miles away from the area. If you played by the rules, the thing you fear happening to you the most will never come to pass. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 25. Afraid. This game is to begin before 3:25 in the morning. To begin this game, find a piece of paper that is exactly 11 inches by 8 inches. If no such piece of paper is within reach, cutting a piece of paper to its exact dimensions will work. On this piece of paper, use a pencil to begin writing down the things that you fear most. If you cannot fill the entire piece of paper with your fears, there is no need to proceed any further. When your fears fill the paper, light a candle. Set the paper 5 inches away from the base of the candle so that the top of the paper is facing the candle and to the north. If this is done correctly, you will hear a whisper. Turn around and leave the room immediately. Until 12 o'clock that night, the room must not be entered. If you enter the room before that time, you will experience every fear written on that piece of paper. If anyone else enters the room, they will experience their own worst fears, as well as those written on the paper. At 12 o'clock at night, you may re-enter the room. The candle will be out, and the paper will be blank. Furthermore, you will no longer be afraid of any of the things you wrote on that paper. If the candle is used for this game is ever lifted again, anyone who sees it will experience every fear written on your paper. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 89. Break. This game is to be played with only the player present. Anyone else who is present will fail. To begin the game, simply sit cross-legged in the middle of the room and whisper the name of your choice. This must only be done when you are present in the room. Anyone else present at the time of the game begins will fail. At the point of the game's beginning, a black chess pawn will appear somewhere within 10 feet of you. You must find this pawn within the minute that it happens. If you do not find this pawn, you will fail. If you manage to find the pawn, announce that you have found it and place it in the spot where you first announced the starting of the game. At this point, you must announce that you wish to continue playing. Another black pawn will appear within 10 feet of you, and you must find this pawn within the minute. This game continues until you fail to find a chess piece, or until you have found an entire set of black chess pieces. With every subsequent piece you find, something about your personality, body, or life will drastically change. If you find a set of 8 black pawns, 2 black rooks, 2 black knights, 2 black bishops, a black king, and a black queen, you will be told to stop playing the game. At this point, all alterations that have been made will become permanent. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 32. Go. This game is to be played for an eternity. To begin this game, you must light a candle and place it atop a piece of paper. On this paper, write down the first name that you think of. If the name is your own, you cannot win this game and will fail. Once this is done, you must leave the area where you lit the candle. As soon as the candle burns out, a blank, going by the name of you wrote down, will begin hunting you. To avoid this blank, you must never go to the same location more than once for the duration of the game. If you return to a location that you've visited before, you will fail. If you die at any point during the game, you will fail. If the blank catches you at any point during the game, you will fail. Chapter 6. Lose. This game is never to be played. Do not begin this game. If you begin this game, you will fail. If you continue this game beyond the beginning, everyone will fail. If you begin this game, there is no way to end it. The game is now over. Nobody wins. Chapter 31. Mind. A story to be read alone. Shh. Come closer. Do you not know who I am? I know that you don't. That's fine. You do not need to know. All you need to know is that you are safe. There's no need to turn around. You are safe. You turned around, didn't you? Do you not trust me? I won't hurt you, you know. You are safe. I am here to play a game with you. Don't you like games? Here is how the game works. I will read your mind. Then you will see what's inside. Oh, you don't want me to read your mind? That's fine. If you don't want me to read your mind, just close the book. I see. Your curiosity has gotten the better of you. You're wondering if it's an effect of this page, or perhaps another. It's not. I can see it. It's a burning desire that's buried deep down inside you. You want to know, but you are afraid. You are safe. This desire seems to have influenced you before, sometimes not for the better either, such as when you took $20 from the cash register at work. You thought nobody was watching, didn't you? Oh, you're leaving. That's fine. I know you'll come back. There was a lot more to this story, but I'm not going to post the rest. Do not ask to see it. Personally, I wish I hadn't seen it to begin with. Chapter 97. Last. This game is to be played within the first hour of the first day of a new year. It is recommended that you prepare for this game beforehand. Before the game begins, choose. Your choice must be an object, inanimate or otherwise, that exists in the physical realm. Within the first second of the first minute of the first hour of the first day of the new year, make sure that you are holding your choice in your hands. This must be done throughout the entire duration of the game. If your hand leaves your choice at any moment, you fail. When the first minute of the first hour of the first day of the new year has expired, close your eyes and whisper the phrase, "In this moment, turn to ash. In eternity, you last forever." Do not let your hand leave your choice, or you will fail. Within the first hour of the first day of the new year has expired, your choice will catch fire and begin to burn away. Do not let your hands leave your choice till there is nothing left but ashes. At this point, you must collect every single bit of ash from your container. Put it all in a container where it is still visible. If the container is sealed, you will fail. Place this container in a position near a window. When the first day of the first new year has expired, blank will come to retrieve the ashes. If you observe them during this time, you will fail. When blank leaves, the ashes in the container holding them will be replaced by a sealed jar made of black clay. From this point into eternity, your choice will appear next to this clay jar on the first day of every new year. If this clay pot is ever unsealed or broken, it will appear again on the first day of the following new year. This will continue until your expiration, at which point you will be reunited with your choice at last. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 4. Dark. This game is to be played in complete darkness. Recommended to be played at night. To begin this game, choose a room that you wish to become the dark place. Your choice must then be made completely void of light. No light, natural or artificial, must be allowed to enter this room for the duration of the game. Once a suitable place has been prepared, enter the dark room and sit cross-legged at the very center. Close your eyes and say the phrase, "I desire the darkness to dance with me." If no reply comes, check the room for any light and try again. If done correctly, a voice will begin whispering to you in words you cannot comprehend. Do not speak to this voice. If you speak to this voice, you will fail. If you open your eyes, you will fail. After 2 minutes of speaking, the voice will fall silent. At this point, you must stand up and walk out of the room. This room is now the dark space. No light can come into this room, and nothing can be seen inside. Any light that penetrates the dark space will be swallowed up and lost forever. Any person who attempts to step into the dark space will fail. Any attempt to seal the dark place will be met with failure. If anything comes out of the dark place, you will forever fail. The game is now over. Chapter 18. Wish. This game may be only played with your choice from Chapter 16. If you have not played Chapter 16, then you will fail. To begin this game, you and your choice must stand exactly 18 miles away from each other and align so that your choice is to the west. When this arrangement has been achieved, the game will begin. When the game begins, you and your choice must stand facing each other and, at the same time, light a candle. Within 3 seconds, at the same time, you must both place your candles exactly 1 foot in front of you. Repeat this process 2 more times. If this is done incorrectly, all 6 candles will go out, and you will both fail. If done correctly, the candles will remain lit. At this point, you are able to make 3 wishes. With each consecutive wish, 1 candle will go out. When all 3 candles go out, you have used up all your wishes and must wait. All three of your wishes will now come true for one person who stood between you and your choice during this game. When this occurs, this person will be given 3 wishes of their own. Their wishes will come true for you, so be careful what you may have wished for them. The game is now over. You win. Chapter 29. Beginning. Now is where it begins. The only place where it can start is at the beginning, and this is it. From this point on, the game has begun. To play this game, you need nothing more than to listen. Listen well, for a slight misstep can mean that you fail. Failure can mean any number of things. It may mean the end of the game. It may mean writing here is indecipherable. Do not fail. As the future holder of this book, it is your duty to read every page and comprehend what every game means. If you do not perform this task, you will fail. If you try to run from this task, you will fail. If you pass this task on, you will fail. It is your duty. Do not fail. I think this is meant to be at the beginning of the book. Why I found it so many pages in is beyond me. February 7th, 2014. Finally! I know I kept the box the book came in. I just found it stuffed in the basement a little while ago. I examined the box and I found a return address. It's a Michigan address, about 5 hours from where I live. I tried to find a phone number, but naturally I didn't get that lucky. If it weren't for the driving conditions right now, I'd head up there on my day off and see what I can find. Maybe once the weather warms up. Right now, all I can do is keep reading and keep posting. Chapter 10. Test. The first test will begin when you know yourself to be ready. On the first night the test begins, you will have a dream. In this dream you will be flying. You will be flying through clouds of smoke, ash, and dust. You will be tempted to look down to find the source of the smoke, ash, and dust. Don't look down. If you look down, you will see the future. If you see the future, you will be compelled to land. Don't land. If you land, you will be compelled to stay and find out what happened. You will be searching for answers. Don't land. If you find the answers you are searching for, you will realize that the text gets indecipherable here again. You will never wake up, since waking up no longer has meaning. Nothing will ever have meaning again. Don't look down. If you wake up, you will find the first token of your completion nearby. Keep this in a safe place. It is the first of 10. Once you have the first, there is no going back. The test is now over. You win. Chapter 84. Age. This game must be played between 8:35 p.m. and 8:50 p.m. on the first day of any month. Before the game starts, have a candle, a knife, and a piece of paper at the ready. At exactly 8:35 p.m., light the candle. The game has begun. Within the next 4 minutes, choose the first number that you think of. Begin writing this number on the piece of paper as many times as it will fit. If you write a different number than you originally thought of, you fail. When 4 minutes has passed, stop writing and wait for 3 minutes. If you keep writing, you fail. At the end of 3 minutes, pick up the knife and begin holding the flame to the candle. Hold it there for exactly 7 minutes, making sure to heat the blade evenly. After exactly 7 minutes, douse the candle flame and touch the blade of the knife to the bottom right corner blade of the knife to the bottom right corner of the paper. If done correctly, the paper will catch on fire and burn away until there is nothing left. If it has not burned away before 8:50 p.m., it will never stop burning, and you have failed. When the paper is completely burned away, take the knife and hold it up to the candle. If done correctly, your hand will be guided to carve the number you choose into the candle wax. From this point on, this candle will never completely burn down. If it is lit in the presence of anyone whose age does not match the number on the candle, that person's physical age will change to match the number on the candle, and the candle will go out. If the candle is lit in the presence of someone whose age matches their number on the candle, then the text was indecipherable. The game is now over. You win. July 22nd, 2014. Curse this book. Actually, screw that. It's probably already cursed. I tried to put it down. I tried to forget about it. And I actually did for several months. I set the thing on top of the refrigerator and left it there to get covered in dust. I told myself that this was it. No more. Last night I had a dream where I was flying through a cloud of smoke, like something was burning. I didn't think too much about it until I woke up. Immediately, Chapter 10 came to mind. I found the book sitting on my bedside table. Next to it was a small, silver token with a raven on it. It's not going to let me stop. I have to continue. I have to see the end or I'll fail.